ओम यथाग्निर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्ण स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्या स्वरूपांतां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्. By the grace of Sri Sri Thakur, Sri Sri Ma and Swami Ji, from today onwards we are going to start new class on the Gospel of the Holy Mother. Devotees from abroad asked us to do recorded audio classes on some subject, and that is in English, for those people who could not understand Bangla. I was little hesitating to do this class because my English is not that much good and I am not fluent in speaking in English. But we had chosen this subject, this Gospel of Holy Mother, because by the grace of Mother we feel that we will be able to explain our words properly. The Gospel of Holy Mother it is the translation, free translation of the Bengali book Sri Sri Mayer Katha, but the arrangement in the English translation is little different. It has been divided into three parts and three different persons translated the whole thing. The first part, which has been there are two reminiscences. First by Sarojubala Devi, the longest ever reminiscences of Holy Mother, Sri Sarda Devi, and it was by Sarojubala Devi and Swami Arupananda. You will get the reminiscences of Sarojubala Devi in part 1 of Bengali Sri Sri Mayer Katha, and Swami Arupanandaji's reminiscences in part 2 of Sri Sri Mayer Katha. These two have been compiled and into one section, and it was translated by Swami Nikhilanandaji Maharaj. The second section comprised of Yogin Ma, Srimati Khirodbala Roy, Swami Santananda, Swami Sri Surendra Nath Sarkar, Brahmachari Ashok Krishna, Prabodh Babu and Mundiro, an anonymous lady devotee, Srimati Shoilo Bala Chaudhuri, Srish Chandra Ghatok, Swami Ritananda, Srimati Shushila Majumdar, Dr. Surendra Nath Roy, Swami Vishweshwarananda, Mahendranath Gupta, Swami Tanmayananda, Swami Parameshwarananda, Dr. Umesh Chandra Datta, Nolini Bihari Sarkar, Indubhushan Sengupta, Prafulla Kumar Ganguli, Jitendra Mohan Chaudhary, Lalit Mohan Saha, Swami Maheshwaranji, Sariyowala Sen, Priyowala Devi, and some reminiscences of anonymous lady or male devotees. These were translated by Swami Prabhanandaji Maharaj. And in section 3 we will get two reminiscences. First by Prabrajika Bharati Prana. In Bengali it has been written as in her pre-monastic name, and Swami Ishananandaji Maharaj. We will begin with the first part of this Gospel of Holy Mother. The Gospel of Holy Mother, first series, recorded by Sariyowala Devi. What are the difference between these two reminiscences, Sariyowala Devi and Swami Arupanandaji? In the reminiscence of Sariyowala Devi, if we follow Holy Mother properly, we will find that we are simply living with Holy Mother. Her reminiscences are so vivid that if you close your eyes after reading a page or a part or a specific day, you can meditate upon the whole day's work, and at the end you will feel that till then you were only moving with Holy Mother and none else, and Holy Mother is always with you. In the reminiscences of Swami Arupanandaji, you will find, as Sri Ramakrishna depicted Holy Mother as Jnanadaini, the giver of knowledge. Holy Mother, in her very simple words, by talking about the very delicate thinks of our spiritual life, spiritual advancement. Even she is talking about Shastras without quoting the Sanskrit words or like that, as she didn't knew it. So we will begin with the reminiscences of Saryuvala Devi. Udbodhan Office, 1 January 1911. One Friday morning, Sriman K came to our home at Potoldanga in Kolkata and said, "We shall go to Bagbazar tomorrow afternoon to pay our respects to the Holy Mother. Please be ready at that time." Well, after all, I shall now have the good fortune to prostrate myself at the feet of the Holy Mother. Such was my exuberance of joy, and that I could hardly sleep during the night. I have been living in Calcutta for the last 14 or 15 years, and after such a length of time, the Mother was gracious enough to afford me this opportunity to pay my respects to her. When we read this introduction, we sometimes become very surprised why that lady couldn't go to Holy Mother and have a darshan. But in those days it was not so easy, as Holy Mother were not staying at Bagbazar house for a long time. She stays most of her time at Jairambati and a little time in Kolkata. And when she is in Kolkata, people could come to her and get initiation, have darshan, get her blessings. But she was such an Avagunthanvati, she used to cover in such a way that people do not speak of her. I had a rare fortune to see a devotee initiated by Holy Mother. She and her husband both got initiation from Holy Mother. I haven't seen her husband, but I have seen that old lady. She was at the time more than 90 years old. She was telling that after initiation one day, I approached Swami Sardananda to get a photograph of Holy Mother, which I can keep it in my altar. I have the photograph of Sri Ramakrishna, but I do not have the photograph of Holy Mother. Sardanandaji very secretly gave the photo inside a packet, and he instructed the lady to keep that photo in her, just to cover it and to go to the house so that no one can see Holy Mother. It was like that. No one could see Holy Mother. Even the photographs of Holy Mother was first visible by the general public in 1954 during the birth centenary of Holy Mother. In those days, there was a photographic exhibition of Holy Mother at Hedua Park, where people for the first time could see Holy Mother in different moods, in different postures. Until now, Holy Mother's photograph is the highly... people used to purchase Holy Mother's photograph much more than Swamiji and Thakur. Holy Mother has such a popularity among the devotees. So, you can understand that it is not easy to meet Holy Mother. So when this lady got that information that she is going to get the holy darshan of Holy Mother, she couldn't, she was so much enthusiastic to meet it that in exuberance of joy she could not sleep the whole night and was thinking about her great fortune. The next morning they went. Next day in the afternoon we hired a carriage, fetched Sumati from the Brahma Girls' School and set out to the Holy Mother's house at Bagbazar. Sumati was her younger sister of Saryuvala Devi. She used to study at Brahma Girls' School and staying there in the hostel. She was married, but still she was studying. Both of them went with his brother. I can hardly describe the eagerness and fervor which I felt at the time of this pilgrimage. I reached her house at Bagbazar and found her standing at the door of the shrine room. She was standing with one foot on the door sill and the other on the door mat. There was no veil on her head. Her left arm was raised high and placed on the door, while the right one was hanging by the side. The upper part of her body was bare. She had been looking wistfully, as if expecting in somebody. As soon as I prostrated myself at her feet, she asked Sumati about me. Sumati introduced me as her elder sister. She had been visiting the Holy Mother for some time past. Then the mother looked at me and said, "Look here, my child, how much I am troubled by these people here. My sister-in-law and her daughter Radhu are all down with fever. I do not know who will look after them and nurse them. Will you wait for a minute? Let me wash my clothes and come back." This is the first description of their first visit to Holy Mother. She went there. Just think about the posture Holy Mother was standing. Whenever I read these, I feel that Holy Mother was showing that she is none else than Mother Kali, as if she is standing like that, one hand up and another hand at the bottom, as if she is giving Var and Abhaya with both hands. She was standing 1 foot ahead and another foot at the other part of the room. And she was she was little worried, as Radharani and her mother both were ill, and she was thinking who will take charge of this patient and who will nurse them. And she told that, "Wait for a minute. Will you wait for a minute? Let me wash my clothes and come back." They waited. What happened? We waited and she returned after a few minutes. Then she offered us 2 handfuls of some sweets and asked me to share those with my sister Sumati to go back to her school. Therefore we could not stay for a long time. We saluted her and took leave of her. Mother said, "Come again." The interview of 5 minutes could not satiate the inordinate hankering of my soul. I returned home all the more thirsty. Just think about the first meeting with Sri Ramakrishna and M. When M came to Holy Mother, when M came to Sri Ramakrishna, while leaving from Sri Ramakrishna, Thakur told that, "Please come again." Only these 3 words just hankered in the ears of, it was just ringing in the ears of Master Mushai. Always he was thinking when I can go to him. The same incident had happened to Saryuvala Devi. Mother gave her some sweets, and so that they can share it and can have it. As they have to leave, as Sumati had come from her girls' hostel, both of them have to leave. The meeting was only for 5 minutes, but it filled the heart of Saryuvala and created a thirst. In Shastras we call it tanha, the thirst for seeking Lord. This tanha, this thirst has come in the heart of Saryuvala Devi, and she came back to her home with the hankering of my soul. I returned home all the more thirsty. All the more thirsty means that when the first time she visited her, she was thirsty, she was hankering to visit Holy Mother. But this time she could visit Holy Mother, but still she is not feeling satisfied and had an eagerness to go back to him. Manmohan Mitra and Ramchandra Datta came to Sri Ramakrishna to meet him. They heard about Ramakrishna Paramahansa and they had an idea that Paramahansa will like that, will be wearing ochre clothes, will have long jata hair, and will have some thing in his hand, and there will be much more disciples with whom they have to approach. But as soon as they knock at the door of Ramakrishna Paramahansa, they found an ordinary man open the door, very good looking, very fair gentleman, He was wearing a red bordered dhoti, and a part of the dhoti has been kept on the arms. And before doing prostration, that person prostrated in front of Manmohan Mitra and Ramchandra Datta. Then that person took them inside the room, made them sit with him on his cot, and started chatting with them. At the end of the day, when these people were thinking to go back, they felt they are simply taking their body, and the heart has been kept at the holy feet of Sri Ramakrishna. We see such a similarity in the lives of these holy trio. The next reminiscence is on 12th of February 1911. When I went to the Udbodhan office on this day, I found that Holy Mother had gone to the house of Balaram Bose. I had not to wait long before she returned. As soon as I saluted her, she asked me with a smile, "Who has accompanied you today?" "One of my nephews," I replied. "Mother, how are you today? How is your sister? You did not come for a long time. I was anxious about you and thought you might not be doing well." They met in January 1911, and this is in 12th February 1911. Mother is telling that I was anxious about you and thought you might not be doing well. Why? Because you did not come for a long time. That was her love. She met a lady for 5 minutes in the beginning of January of that year, and on 12th of February, within 1 month, she is thinking that lady has not met her for a long time. That was just amazing. Such love should be there. But I was surprised because I had met her once only, and then just for 5 minutes. But she had not forgotten us. My eyes were filled with tears of joy. This happens. When we were students, we used to go to Swami Bhuteshan, to visit Swami Bhuteshananji every Saturday. One Saturday, we had some exams, so we could not go there. And the next Saturday, we bunked. And then the third Saturday, we went there. In those days, we could make pranams Bhuteshanandaji by touching her holy feet. As I bowed to make him pranam and got up, as soon as I got up, revered Maharaj hold with his left hand, my right hand with his left hand, and was telling, "Atodin Ashunikana, why haven't you come for such a long time?" I told Atodin, "Oh, Maharaj, we had examination." Maharaj told, "Oh, you had examination. I was thinking this boy had not come for a very long time." This was the love. This motherly love is still available in our order. Mother is still residing in the hearts of our gurus, in the hearts of the sannyasins. What a love. I was just, not only Sarayuwala's eyes, my eyes are also, tears are coming to my eyes just thinking about this. Mother was telling, "I was anxious about you and thought you might not be doing well." Mother is anxious about her son. The mother said with great tenderness, "You have come here, and I was feeling restive at the house of Balaram." Just see what such a love, that this lady has come to Holy Mother's house. Even Holy Mother didn't knew it, but her love was such that she was feeling that someone has come to her to meet. I was completely taken aback. My sister Sumati had sent 2 woolen caps through me for Khude, the baby nephew of the Holy Mother. I handed them over to her. She expressed much joy at the trifles. She sat on the bed and said, sit by me here." I sat by her side. The mother said with great tenderness, "It seems, my child, as I have met you many a time before, as if we know each other for a long time, I do not know, said I. I was here one day only for 5 minutes. Mother was thinking she was our eternal mother. We have met her in our previous births, which we could not recall, but mother could recall. But mother is telling that we have met. Mother is feeling so much oneness with all of us that she was thinking that she had met us earlier also. The mother laughed and began to speak highly of the devotion and sincerity of mine and my sisters. But I do not know how far I deserve those compliments. Gradually many women devotees assembled. All of them looked wistfully and with great love at the smiling and compassionate face of the mother. I had never seen such a sight before. My mind was feasting upon the spiritual joy when someone reminded me that the carriage was ready for my return. The mother at once left her seat and offered me some prasada. She held this before me and said, "Eat these." I felt shy of eating in the presence of the others without sharing. The mother said, "Why do you hesitate? Take these sweets." I accepted the offering in my hands. I bowed down before her and took my leave. She said, "Come again. Can you go down the steps alone, or shall I go with you?" She came with me as far as the staircase. I said, "I can go alone. You need not take trouble." The mother said in parting, "Come another day in the morning." I returned with the sense of fulfillment of thought. What a wonderful love. That just mother is laughing, and the assembled ladies, they were looking at mother's compassionate, loving face. And one thing is there, she had mentioned that my mind was feasting upon this spiritual joy. The Holy Mother, she was creating such an ambience of joy, the ambience of pure love, the ambience of pure spirituality there, and whoever was coming in that ambience could feel that joy, that spiritual joy that Holy Mother had created. Suddenly, someone has come and told that the carriage has come to take us. So Holy Mother suddenly got up, brought some sweets, gave her, and tell, "Eat these." That Saryuwala was feeling little hesitation that she could not, she is unable to share those prasada with other ladies. But mother told her, "Why do you hesitate? Take these sweets." Then she bowed down before her and took her leave. Now this portion is very much important. She said, "Come again." Again the same word. "Can you go down the steps alone, or shall I go with you?" Now this is mother is always with us. She is telling, "Can you go down alone, or I shall come to you." If his son, if she thinks her son is quite able to go down alone, she will not come. But she always reminds us that she is with us. She came she came with me as far as the staircase. She came to the staircase. Then the lady told, "I can go alone. You need not take trouble." Mother was said in parting, "Come another day in the morning." That she wants her to her parlor for the whole morning, the whole day. Now last time she told that I returned home all the more thirsty, but this time she is telling, I returned with a sense of fulfillment of thought. What a wonderful life. One of our Swami lost her father at a very tender age. In 1988, she went to Holy Mother's house with a deep heart, with a deep pain of losing his father. He narrated this story to us, that as soon as I got up through the marble staircase, I felt that might have offered me, if someone might have offered me a glass of cool water, and if I had taken, that feeling is coming to me, as if someone is taken away all my grief as I getting up to Holy Mother's parlor in the first floor to see her. When this boy went upstairs, he found that there was not a single visitor. It was 4:30 p.m. in the evening, and just half an hour before, Holy Mother had started to giving her darshana. And that boy prostrated in front of Holy Mother and felt as if he had given everything at the Holy Mother's holy feet. He was sitting in front of Holy Mother on the carpet. He was not initiated, so there was no mantra, he was not doing any japam. He told me that he was simply sitting and looking after Holy Mother. Mother was wearing a sari of yellow color with red border on it, and as if she was waiting and looking at that boy and taking through her eyes, through her vision, she is just taking away all the pain of this boy. This boy discovered that there was not a single visitor during those days. During those days, there were Ramayana teleserial used to come at 9 to 10 a.m. in the morning. So at that time he used to come. There was not a single visitor at Holy Mother's parlor. He simply used to sit in front of Holy Mother, and he told that just like a simple boy I felt a great peaceness. I felt the divine fulfillment. I feel the divine love of Holy Mother. This happens. This is we can understand from the reminiscences of Saryuwala Devi. The very first day she was telling, I returned home all the more thirsty, and the second day she returned with a sense of fulfillment and thought, and felt what a wonderful love. We pray to Holy Mother that let us all get her love. Let us all go deep inside the love that He had shown to us. This much for today. Om Pranatanam Prasidatvam Devi Vishwatiharini Trailokyovasinamidya Lokanam Varada Bhava. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.